The art of tattooing has been around for thousands of years, and its popularity continues to grow. According to research, these are the top 10 countries with the most tattoos. Some may surprise you, while others may not. Let's take a look. Number 10. Brazil. Brazilians love tattoos. There's no other way to put it. And according to statistics, approximately 13% of the population has at least one tattoo. This number has increased significantly in recent years, especially among women. In 2012, only 4% of Brazilian women had tattoos. That number has now increased to 19%. On the other hand, men have maintained a steady 16% tattoo rate since 2012. When it comes to the most popular tattoo designs in Brazil, the list includes names, photos, symbols like the all-seeing eye, and religious figures like Jesus and saints. Interestingly, many Brazilians also have tattoos of famous soccer players and team logos. Now, speaking of soccer, it's worth mentioning that some teams have specific rules regarding tattoos. For example, FC Barcelona prohibits players from getting tattoos while on the team. This rule was established by club president João Laporta, who believes that tattoos are unprofessional. Number 9. United States of America. The US follows closely behind Brazil with about 12% of Americans sporting at least one tattoo. However, this number is steadily growing, with an estimated 30 million Americans having tattoos. This represents a significant increase from just 6% of the population in 2012. Interestingly, the US state with the highest percentage of tattooed residents is Alaska at 21.7%. This is followed by North Dakota at 19.8% and Maine at 17.7%. Hawaii has the lowest percentage of tattooed residents at 5.2%. Research shows that people get tattoos for various reasons, including self-expression, cultural or religious affiliation, commemorating important events, or simply for aesthetic reasons. It's safe to say that Americans are no exception when it comes to unique tattoo designs. From iconic imagery to personalized artwork, the US has produced some truly remarkable tattoos. One great example is the astrological tattoos, which have become increasingly popular in recent years. These tattoos often feature intricate designs that incorporate elements such as constellations, planets, and zodiac signs. Number 8. Japan. Coming in at number 8 is Japan, with 12% of its population having tattoos. Japan has a rich history of tattooing, which dates back centuries. Traditional Japanese tattoos, known as irezumi, are characterized by their bold, colorful designs and intricate patterns. Despite their cultural significance, tattoos were outlawed in the 19th century during the Edo period due to their association with organized crime. However, they have made a comeback in recent years and are now widely accepted in Japanese society. Today, Japanese tattoos can be found on people from all walks of life, including businessmen, salarymen, housewives, and students. They are often seen as a symbol of Japanese pride and identity. Number 7. Mexico. Mexico has a long tradition of tattooing, which dates back to pre-Hispanic times. The Aztecs and Mayans used tattoos as a form of body decoration and a way of displaying their status and power. During the colonial period, tattoos fell out of favor, but they made a comeback in the 20th century. Today, tattoos are a popular form of self-expression in Mexican culture, and approximately 12% of the population has at least one tattoo. Some of the most popular tattoo designs in Mexico include flowers, animals, religious figures, and traditional Mexican imagery. Number 6. Argentina. Our next country is Argentina, with 12% of its population sporting tattoos. Tattooing in Argentina has a long and colorful history dating back to the early 1900s, when Italian and Japanese immigrants brought their tattoo traditions to the country. Since then, tattoos have evolved in Argentina from being seen as something taboo and associated with marginalized groups to becoming a mainstream form of self-expression and even a fashion statement. Today, it's common to see people with tattoos of all ages and social backgrounds in Argentina. Some of the most popular tattoo designs in Argentina include flowers, animals, tribal patterns, and portraits. Number 5. Australia. Australia is known for its love of tattoos, with over 40% of the population having at least one tattoo. This makes it one of the most tattooed countries in the world. The high percentage of tattooed Australians is often attributed to the country's laid-back and tolerant culture, as well as its history of having a large indigenous population. Indigenous Australians have been tattooing themselves for thousands of years as part of their cultural and spiritual traditions. Tattoos were traditionally done by hand, using natural pigments, and were used to signify important events in a person's life, such as coming of age or marriage. European settlers in Australia did not approve of tattoos, and so the practice fell out of favor in the late 1800s. However, it made a comeback in the 1970s and 80s when it became associated with the counterculture movement. Today, tattoos are widely accepted in Australian society, and there is a wide variety of tattoo designs popular down under. Some of the most common include native Australian animals such as kangaroos and koalas, as well as floral designs and images of freedom and rebellion. Number 4. Canada. Canada is another country with a high percentage of tattooed residents. In fact, it ranks 4th globally with 19% of Canadians aged 18 to 50 having at least one tattoo. This trend has been growing in popularity since the 1970s, when tattoos went from being a symbol of counterculture to a more mainstream form of self-expression. Some of the most popular tattoo designs in Canada include maple leaves, moose, polar bears, and other images of Canadian wildlife. Number 3. Germany. Germany comes in third with 20% of its population sporting tattoos. While tattoos have been associated with counterculture and nonconformity in the past, they are now widely accepted in German society. In fact, Germany has its own word for the phenomenon of more and more people getting tattoos, Eintätigung, which literally translates to picture sickness. This term was coined in the 1990s and was initially used in a derogatory way. However, it has since been embraced by tattoo enthusiasts in Germany and is now used as a badge of honor. German tattoos often feature intricate designs and motifs from various cultures, including Celtic, Japanese, and tribal patterns. Some popular choices also include images of eagles, wolves, and other strong animals. Number 2. New Zealand. Next up is New Zealand, which has a staggering 51% of its population with tattoos. As mentioned earlier, indigenous people of New Zealand, the Maori, have been tattooing themselves for centuries. The tradition was almost lost during the 20th century. But thanks to the efforts of a few dedicated individuals, it has made a comeback. Today, both Maori and non-Maori people in New Zealand enjoy getting tattoos, which are considered a form of art and self-expression. Number 1. Samoa. Topping the list with an incredible 93% of its population having tattoos is Samoa. You read that right? Almost everyone in Samoa has tattoos. The Samoan culture places a high value on tattoos, which are considered an integral part of their identity. Tattoos are typically passed down from one generation to the next, and each design has a deep meaning and significance. The process of getting a tattoo in Samoa is a sacred and highly respected tradition that is usually performed by an elder in the community. So if you're planning to visit Samoa, be prepared to see a lot of ink. That's all for our list of the top 10 countries with the most tattoos. Did your country make it to the list? If not, don't worry. Maybe next time. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.